Alright, we're live, baby. Yeah, that was a good stretch. Yeah. We're here to RP on a video game. Oh, we're here to RP on a video game. Old stew. Don't mind if I do. Ivor Lofbrook, how are you doing, brother? Good to see you. Hell yeah, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing gladly goodly too. Just getting started. I wanted to stream yesterday, but did not get a chance to get in. We got some content to upload too soon. Got work to do. Don't know what kind of RP we're going to get in tonight, but... I think we'll play Ryders as we always do. I'm looking forward to after the holidays, though, because I know the group's been kind of busy with family and holiday stuff, too, so we don't have as many numbers as we usually would. Oh, I'm tired from the hotlines and my way things. Just kidding. Got my horse iron, my iron horse. Got my horse iron, My iron horse. Watch there be a cat again. All right, chat. Here we are. Oh, I'm going to see if anyone's going to get online first in the Discord. If no one's going to get online anytime soon, I will ride off and we'll find our own adventure. I think Sal's on. He says he's in game on this little thing. I think it's just going to be me and Sal and Soleil. Hold on. Be right back, guys. 1 second. You okay, honey? I'm back. Pizza is ready. The bad man Marcus is here. Yeah, howdy. It's about like TV. How you doing, brother? Good to see you again. I know Sal's on, so I'm gonna wait here a minute in case he shows up, and I'll like to enjoy my pizza. I'm doing really good. Well, bummed I wasn't able to get on yesterday. I just it didn't really line up after the roller rink. A lot of IRL stuff. I got busy. I had to watch the kids, but I'll be on today. A whole bunch. This is the worst tasting pineapple I've ever eaten. What's up, Jax the Gamer? I don't know yet. Some hijinks. We might go to prison today, who knows? I'm out by myself, so the chance of me being caught is pretty high. Or being shot down during a robbery is pretty hard, too. Pizza's yummy besides the pineapple. The pineapple sucks. What's up, small town cowboy wannabe? How wanted I am? Man. I'm not even sure. All right, let's ride out. We'll find, Sal another time. We'll check our other camp just in case he's out there. Check all our camps. Oh, Peacemaker's on my horse. Huh. Hell yeah, man. I appreciate you watching it. That's really good for my analytics, and I also appreciate it much. I have so many long-form videos to upload to stylize scenes and situations, add music to them. I got a bunch of shorts to make. Oh my god, excuse me guys, holy shit. I've been off and on sick lately too. I apologize, but it fits the character right now, it's winter. Sounding sick makes me more immersed. No, what's the name? I'm a method actor. You know, I made sure I got sick for my winter streams. My ears need to pop now. Oh, Lordy. Oh, there we go. Whew. No sign of sound here. Right on. Sal. Jasper's dead or something. Cameron was kind of as busy for the holidays and might come back. He's a little burned out in some RP, but I don't think he's gone. Yeah. Jasper's playing, the guy who plays Jasper's playing another character right now on the server. He's playing a lifer in prison. Is the Ryder on the other server dead? No, but we're not going back there. Cones in Mexico. Enjoying a mojito. Alright, we're gonna have to see what we get myself into. I can't find Sal at the moment, and I can't send telegrams yet. Critter hasn't learned to read just right. He's never gotten anyone's telegrams for his little cheat sheet just yet. All right. Has your wife joined Ryder yet? My other partner, she's on the server. She hasn't joined me yet. I'm letting her like kind of get used to the controls and stuff. I'm actually not married, by the way, guys. I just say wife sometimes because we've been together for a long time. Griffin, HBO antagonist, but I forgot some buffers for Ranch. Ranch is more of an AMC TV series. We'll hook up in the character trait. No worries. I'm actually been considering when I build my server. It's not going to be a. It's not going to be a Twitch friendly server. It's going to be like, you know, YouTube friendly, maybe other stream friendly. You know what I mean? It's definitely gonna be Twitch friendly. Down the road when I can afford it, it's something that I want to do when I'm gonna become a bigger channel on YouTube and I have more income from YouTube. I want to put together a server for the community, and it's gonna be more focused on a lot more realism. It's one of those things where you have to get the rules right. I want a gritty world. I've seen it done right and I've seen it done wrong. So for this time period, I want it to be accurate, and that comes with all the issues of the time period. But like, you know, making sure it comes out gracefully. And I think for example, like, how do I handle like racism of the time period, right? And I was thinking like, okay, if you're playing a character like that, it needs to be cinematic, like a movie, like you're a TV show character. You're allowed to drop those words, but it's like a part of like, don't overdo it, right? In chat, try to be time period accurate and try to. It's gonna be a very like edgy topic to like broach, but like, you know, I don't care about all of this day and age cancel culture and shit like that. I just want to like put on a production that's realistic and have a server for it, but not to glorify it, more to like endure through it in RP, as in like it's something you could try to deal with, you know, because not everybody in those time periods are that way, or some folks can have like an arc where they like grow away from it, you know what I mean? But like, there's going to be fear of Native Americans, the Indians. There's going to be like sexism towards women. It's the time period. And when I make that server, it's definitely going to be something that it's going to be done with flavor and done for scene. It's a gritty, darker server, but it's not to reward like shitter behavior. It's to make a darker production, especially for good characters that really overcome situations and scenarios. I think the way I'll balance it too is like when you're making your character, it'd be like, okay, what side of the war were you on, you know? And you know, there'll be a bunch of good sheriffs and something like that being like, you know, that's a free man now. You watch what you say and so on. Hey, what's up, lady in purple? It's definitely gonna be divisive, but I think when we get to the rule making for the server, because a lot of servers these days, you gotta understand, like, the ruling for most of them was set up in the beginning because of like Twitch TOS and other server TOS, and I'm not going to be worried about Twitch TOS when it comes to my server. It's going to be more of like, if you're a YouTuber, it's a little better for you because you can edit things and stuff like that. And it's a long way out, but I've been crafting the ideology of the server for a while. Yes, exactly. And it's one of the things that in the rules would be like, we're not glorifying these topics. These topics are hard realities of the time period, and we want people who can role play in a very sincere, realistic way that tells good stories. Another thing too is you're gonna see that like law is gonna have a lot more power on this server. It's gonna force outlaws to play smarter and things like that. It's gonna be a lot of you're not gonna see a lot of like weird RP moments that feel unimmersive. Those unimmersive moments will be punished by RP. For example, you know, you will act as a fool, the consequences might be greater, and it's more realistic and gritty. I think for the server, we'll do, because CK is an important thing, because people power game it. There's a balance there of power gaming and CK. So law will, for the people who are in law positions who are higher up, like sheriffs and courts or whatever, they will be allowed to call for CKs, and they will be enforced. The government will be able to enforce that in the server. When it comes to player, like regular civilians and outlaws killing each other, it's going to be like, CK is going to be one of those things where it's encouraged, kind of like how a lot of DayZ servers have encouraged permadeaths when the time is right. This server will encourage that, but also like you can have a written agreement that you can give the staff and be like, hey, this happened, and the staff will force you to honor it, you know? Hold up now. Hold up now. Hold up, fella. Come on now. Hold up. Don't make me shoot you off your damn horse.
You really want to do it like this?
I really want to do this?
I suggest you walk on your way, mister, before you make enemies that you don't want to make.
Make enemies I don't want to make. Hey, who makes you so special, huh? Makes me should be scared of your son, huh?
I'm protected by a group of people.
You's protected?
I'm protected by several groups, actually.
Well, I don't see him here now. Ain't that
Because obviously I'm by myself. Think about it. I've seen your horse. I've seen your face. I'm sure you don't want to shoot me because he would have already done it by now. Why don't you just try to mess with somebody else?
Mess with somebody else. Off your damn horse. You and I go for a little walk together.
That's fine.
Face around. Put your hands up.
Sure. Hey, keep running. This person's robbing me. Keep riding.
Get on now!
Oh, Jesus.
Keep riding.
So wrong.
Ain't you the hero. Get up on your horse. What's your name? You can follow me. You said Malachi?
Yeah.
You can follow me some. You's law? You got a badge in there.
Yeah, I'm law.
But you's protected by 7 people. Several groups.
By several different groups, not 7. The several different groups I'm protected by is the Department of Justice, the Monroe Sheriff's Office, the United States Marshal Service, and company, whoever else you want to name.
Alright, that's something special. Might you know who I am, perhaps, since you's law?
No. Am I supposed to?
Maybe. I don't know. You folks seem to know things. Name's Ryder.
Name's Ryder? Never heard of you, respectfully, mister.
Oh, that's just fine. I ain't trying to make a name for myself. It just shows you folks is unorganized as you think you is. Come on. Keep up now. Careful with this hill here. Well, the issue you and your law have with a dirty dog like myself is y'all have a real hard time tracking down animals who live out in the woods. A lot of land cover. Ain't find me no town none.
My dear, I don't mean no disrespect, but what do you want with me? You're already robbing me of my guns.
Well, I just want to see who's going to protect you some. You got me real interested in a bunch of questions now. Just the meaning of the way you is out here in the empty pots. Sometimes it's better not to spout all those kind of things. You never know what kind of man you're going to get. Then again, I bet it works for you sometimes, does it?
No, it works for me every time because if they continue to do it, they get caught the same day or soon. Then they're like, "Oh shit, I didn't think you were being serious of that you ride with law and other folk."
Oh, I know you're serious. I fully expect it. Keep up now. I'll pick up the pace. Too bad one of my learner boys ain't here to read them books you might have. By the by, you shout for someone's safety again, I'll shoot you. You understand?
What?
You understand?
Do I understand what, sir?
You shout for someone's safety again. Tell them to get on. I'll shoot you. You understand?
Okay. I just numbered.
Right, it's just fine. Follow me now. We'll walk this way. You walk ahead.
Alright, I ain't gonna fight you. I'm injured anyway.
That's smart. That tree right ahead of you, go ahead and sit against it, son. Go on, take a seat.
You mind if I stand?
Go on, take a seat.
Alright.
So you's protected by all this fancy stuff out there. You must be real important then.
Nope, any basic officer is protected by the DOJ, the MSO, and the U.S. Marshals.
You got some quite a bluff there then. Some regular
ain't a bluff.
folk. No, I know you's telling the truth. But every damn lawman I've robbed, harassed, or tussled with, they ain't never spotted like that before, did they? Well, you wouldn't know, but they didn't.
Yeah, a lot of the other law are more happy to take you up on a shootout.
Well, I've never been picked up the same day. Not once. Hell, the only real running I ever had once was a Tito. A few times, and I'd say it didn't really in his favor none. See, I ain't your everyday bank robbing lawman outlaw. I don't give a shit about banks now. They ain't gonna find me anytime soon. Hell, you might just get lucky. If that's the case, then hell, maybe I pissed off the devil some. What's your position, huh? He's a deputy or sheriff.
No, I'm not the sheriff. Assistant deputy.
Let me ask you, which town do you usually spend your time around keeping an eye out for ne'er-do-wells?
Mainly roads.
Roads. Roads a nice little place. I've been around there some. Never in town. Hell, I couldn't tell you what inside town looked like if I tried to think real hard to describe it. I never been. Caught my attention though with that real big display there of confidence. I would love to see that on another peckerhead. I'll see how they quarrel. See what the other outlaws made like to be funny.
I tell it how it is. I don't try to tend to bullshit people. Of course, there's times in my job where I do have to lie, but like I said, I do ride with the law. I'm protected by the law. I'm not trying to get fucked with.
Okay, I may ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Do I seem the kind of man who is easily intimidated or disrespected or not to be taken seriously? You don't know me long. Well, what do you feel when you look at a peckerhead like me, huh?
I mean, obviously, I know you mean business. You're out here. You had a gun in hand. You took me over here. You know, I won't lie to you and say that I'm not intimidated. Of course, I'm intimidated. But in terms of how serious you are, I could tell that you're, by the way you were talking. Though I don't know you personally, you probably have a record, don't you?
Oh, something like that. I can't remember everything I've done. I tell you what. Stay right there. I don't want your guns.
Okay.
That's not what I'm after.
Okay.
I'm gonna lay him down over here and then we'll continue our talk and maybe you might have some food for me. We have plenty of time before I look through the rest of your pockets again. But I'd like to know some things. I ain't been out in town in a long time or in society. What's the word around the state of Maroon these days? Hot topics, important things. You don't mind sharing with a fella like myself.
Well, to be fair, folk, causing trouble, robbing stores and such. It's pretty much the same. Every day, we get reports of, folk robbing something at least. In terms of hot topics, there's none that really comes to mind. I know the law are looking for the Heath gang, the rest of the law. That's all I know.
I heard them once. Only in the way that their victims become my victims on occasion. The only way we really connected is by the people we rob. Other than that, I don't know nothing about them. But I've heard they are looked for. What year is it?
1901.
1901. I haven't asked that question in a long time. I know it hasn't been a full year yet since we was in winter. What's the date today?
Today is the 21st of December.
Oh, almost Christmas, ain't it?
4 more days for Christmas 3.
I think I'm getting cold. I ain't been very respectable. That's fine. You know Tito?
Yeah, I know Mr. Tito.
What's your opinion about him? I hear all kinds of things about him. Starting to think he's a little interesting.
I wouldn't do things normally he would.
His
Yeah.
belly's about as low as a rattlesnake's, from what I tell. But even a man who commits sins sometimes commits deeds, since you got a badge. Ain't that it?
Yeah, something like that.
I heard he was just married. That's nice.
Marriage is always something beautiful.
Wonder how long that's gonna last if his appetites and his habits out there. He seems to like shining a lot. Don't know if he's just busting folks and drinking it and then selling it, or he's been an outstanding fella.
I don't know.
I have to ask, why is shine illegal anyhow?
Moonshine?
Uh-huh.
It's because it is a intoxicant and it's not properly regulated.
What's
by the
that
state.
word mean? Intoxicant?
It gets you drunk. It gets you under the influence of a drunkenness. Like any other liquor, of course. It's not regulated by the state legally, and if distilled improperly, it actually can kill people. Like it will kill you if distilled improperly.
I heard that last part to be true. I've seen folks go blind drinking shine. There's a risk for folks who have a taste of that. What's that other word you mean? You said before it kill you.
That it would.
Related.
Regulated.
Yeah, that one.
It means it's not taxed by the state. It's not monitored or has guidelines officially of legal production or distribution of either or for the moonshine. And what it means essentially is that it's just pretty much another way of saying it's not legal.
Wow.
Or I should say the opposite. Regulated means it is legal. But, monitored by this whoever.
That's interesting. I don't know much about shining. I get it sometimes from peckerheads, be it outlaws or be it law who have it on them sometimes. Always find some in my hands. But don't worry, I ain't distributing it now. So you just have to worry about me probably killing myself one day and I might do you a favor. So, after all this, I let you go.
You all right, mister? I see that you got a little bit of I think that's blood right there on you.
I ain't mind, don't worry about it. Maybe some of it is a little bit. I was shot a while back, but healing now. I just don't have a good wardrobe is all.
Right.
So when I let you go back to your law friends. Describe. How's you gonna come looking for me, huh? What's be your first method looking for a peckerhead like myself?
First method, it would be to send out a telegram being like, hey, I got robbed by this person. And then, how it usually goes is law come together, they decide if they want to go hunt down that person and bring them in. And if they do, then they, ride out in the posse and check the areas.
Yeah, I've seen the posses. The problem with posses is they're loud. You hear them coming.
Well, we never hunt out for folk by ourselves.
That's smart. How you thought about doing it on foot?
On foot.
On foot.
We don't tend to usually do stuff on foot. If we're chasing them on foot, of course, but we're always gonna try to take our horses. We wouldn't go on a foot chase all the way from Valentine to Blackwater, like you know.
Oh, you ride the horses halfway out there. You find a place to hold them up some. You got an idea you reckon them is, you go out there on foot some. Wouldn't that be better? Instead of scaring folks off with a stampede?
Yeah, probably, but I don't really make the rules with those things.
Says you don't. Yeah, law come looking for you before I bet. I know they is.
I'm sure they are, yeah.
I know Tito is. He tries. But then he fails. But I think he wants some more out of it. Because he real light on my boys. But he don't think he can be real light on me, well, Marcus. But I think he's trying to follow them. That's what they say, at least. But he's real obvious about it. Never work out for him none. You know, a lot of folks out there lately, it's real picky-headed. It's like all the sensibilities escape them. Maybe you can help me with that. Do you folks some good out there on the road. In my own kind of way, saying, law to warn folks for their own greater good. And if they take the advice, then that's good. And they don't, well, that could be real bad. Yeah. I imagine the law might be after me more if I was a bank robber. Would that be correct? Stealing the government money?
I mean, the more crimes you do, the more we're gonna be after you. Yeah.
Oh, be honest with me. Which ones do you folks not really care about much? Don't take the time to go for?
Well, if it's on the penal codes, we go for it all.
Yeah. We know that. You and I know that's both bullshit. Say you're out there in your office. A report comes in for a bank robbery, and a report comes in for a drunken brawl. I know which one you're going to, huh?
Well, when you put it like that, of course we're gonna go to the bank robbery over the drunken bar.
Yeah.
But it's also of what's closer and what we can deal with. It's many factors to put in.
Yeah. I gotta ask you this. I have a theory about your towns and how you folks catch all them other outlaws or troublemakers. A lot of them come back into town, don't they, for a drink or business, wander in for a quick buy at a little store. Is that how it happens sometimes for them peckerheads?
Just pretty much a lot of communication, a lot of telegrams being sent.
Yeah, but
We'll communicate about everything.
It's easier when you see them walk into town. You can send a telegram and say, "Hey, Richie the thief, whatever his name is. He's here in town right now, making a fool of himself." And you sitting there on your porch, looking through the window maybe, but you show up. He's his pie. Does that happen?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's happened. I'm pretty sure it's happened a couple times. Because if you think about it, our job is, like, a big part of our job is, of course, paperwork and communication. And we're always communicating. There has been times where people be like, "Hey, can I get a posse here for criminals?" So it is possible. Yeah, it is possible.
Yeah. Well, here's how you can help me about that thing I said earlier. When you go back to town, you let folks know. Smartest thing they could do right now, coming out Heartland's way, Hanover, Lemoyne, Eastern General. How to have food tribute. Need some medical supplies, just in case. a dirty dog like me and my boys show up, there ain't be no problems. We just take it, move on.
Alrighty. And are you like Tito's like nemesis or something?
I wouldn't say that. I'd say him and I don't know each other too well. It's just maybe fate. We just keep coming across each other as we do.
Yeah. It's one of those things, fate and destiny.
I believe in it some, just a little bit. I want hunting out there.
Please don't hurt anybody.
Let's see what
Just
they
a
say.
hunter trying to live.
You never know. Some of these folks out here think they're heroes, or they get real big mouths and don't understand the situation all too well. They get people hurt that way. Yeah, I pulled the trigger, but they ain't got common sense. Say, one of the first mistakes you made about me is assuming that I wasn't gonna shoot you none. I would, giving me the right feeling, moment. But you're smart, and you stopped all that bravado real fast. There's a lot of folks out there, yeah, maybe they just ain't get scared. Maybe they's not wired that way in their head.
If I may say something.
Uh-huh.
When I talk, especially the way I talked to you when we first spoke, it's not bravado. It's not me trying to put on an act. That's me talking truth to you.
Or your law means more.
Now,
That's what I love about the woods. You can be so close, but seem far away when folks come on through.
yeah. Like I was saying, it's not really trying to be bravado or trying to be me intimidated. It's me talking honest truth. One thing that I tend to do with criminals that a lot of law don't agree with, and shit, even some despise, is that I'll keep my word with them and I'll talk well. Yeah, this might be law feller.
All right, stay put. I mean, that was not stream sniping, but I don't think it is. I think they're just searching, because they didn't go very far from the place that took her. I'll be careful. Take it easy. Yorkshire Viking, thanks for the raid, man. I appreciate it. That lady summoned them. I think that was a lady. I don't know if Malachi is lady or man. I don't know if they were like using different character model to present a different body type. But I think I'll just ask O'Seely just so that I can get it right later. I just went with fella or you and stuff like that just to make it consistent. Even though I didn't get to take her food and other supplies, I got a lot of good conversation out of this law. The bravado part was great, and it is true to some of it. Hector, welcome in. Lady Azabeth, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I think Arcater's meeting would be a very interesting event. It can go quite a few ways. I've been watching your stuff, man. I like your content. Keep it up. It's a long grind, and Reddit isn't as popular on YouTube as it used to be, but it is a great way to record some of your best moments in RP. And also, you should make a bunch of shorts. Shorts is really the big way, and they're easy to do. Let me get some chat here. Tucker, hey, Mary Sinnix. Oh, I already read that. Is Ryder on the other server? Server dead? No. Has your wife? I already read that. What about a bloody warfield where you can find like bones and bloody cloth for war leftover stuff? That could be cool. Ryder's probably just in the bush, picking at his nails. That's the law looking for him. All right, I'm possums. I like that they showed up, and I like that my goal is to get away. And if that's the case, that's brilliant. That was a good conversation. I did stutter over my sayings and words a few times, and I also used a few words I shouldn't have used. I said hot topic. I like what's a hot topic going on these days? I brain skipped and said my brain just ain't wired that way. Those are two sayings that are too modern, and I fucking like. I wish I had said something else, but I have pretty good practice. But I still slip up on occasion with some of my wording. Under the radar, yeah. I've been making sure I also look like you ain't want no tombstone, do you? Like it's not a way for me, like you don't want to die. Fucking possum. I also gave her, like, we had a conversation, and I gave away a little bit about Ryder and his thought process and his ideology, which is pretty good. We're gonna start thinking here soon, but I wanna give it some more time. He's very well bundled up. Laying on the ground may not be the greatest, but he is very bundled up, and he's in a bush, which kind of helps. Wind issue. See? Waiting a little longer helps. I'm Windows EXP. Thank you for the follow, Mademoiselle. Thank you very much for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Fog's coming a little stronger. Yeah, I'm contemplating these pictures right now. We're hiding. We just had a really good conversation with Malachi, one of the law, a deputy. And oh yeah. Sounds like one horse up there. We're gonna let the law ride around for a while. This rider's gotta be really careful. He's by himself. He's a lot more careful when it's just him. He's a lot more reckless when he has his boys. A little careful still. Like he'll like avoid a posse and maneuver and moves positions and stuff like that. But you know, he'll rob, instead of taking you off into a bush, he'll rob you right on the road out in the open, and people will ride by and stuff like that. One of the craziest robberies I had was actually early on. We stopped a wagon that had 4 horses, and it was a bunch of like Italian characters on the road to. It was like close to the roads, but on the road that would also go to Saint Denis. So we stopped them, and we're talking to them, and then a train goes by full of passengers, and they're just looking at us with binoculars as we got guns out, robbing these people. And Ryders this is an early Ryder when he first, left his old home and life to try out crime because he was tired of being on the bottom of everything. And he got real nervous. Because modern day, like not modern day, but like Ryder from my other story, because I'm retelling a story here from the very beginning of an alternate version of himself a little bit. Ryder, where he is now, he's starting to become more used to the lifestyle, and he's not as nervous as he was in the beginning. I hate hunting people in the fog, but I also hide you up in the hills really well as long as you don't silhouette. It's beautiful. Kind of love it when people rob me and they're satisfied with there's nothing they want. That's a dangerous thing for my group, is if you have nothing they want, they make examples, because we're highwaymen after food and supplies for our camps to keep eating. And winter's been rough on us. We live out here in the middle of nowhere. So it's one of the points I was about to make to Malachi, and I didn't get a chance to, is that's why I asked folks to bring food out here. It's because we're desperate for it. If you gave, my group, if you give them a box, they would be like, well, that's good. And not really bother you none anymore. Like, the mistake people make, those, like, why don't you just ask? And they get, really annoyed and hurt. Like, why are you doing it this way? The better life. And then Ryder's not a good person, so you try to, tell them morals and shit. It gets worse for them. Because, like on the server, Ryder and the Dirty Dogs, they are villainous in a way, not like cartoony, but they are not good people. They are not people you want to associate with long. You want to have very little interactions if you can. They are morally despicable, and jaded to the world. So they're not good people to come across. They're not your typical outlaws, because they do enjoy some of the pain they inflict. There's a bit of an ego to it as well. Character has a huge ego. I'm surprised more people haven't tried squishing it. The ones who've attempted have been mutilated and shot. But like when people when people outnumber me, they should try. It's great. I will roleplay the anger really well. Ryder's ego is huge. It is dangerous for his own gang, because if someone is looking better than him or beats him too much, he might just kill them off in the woods, because he's not that honorable. He doesn't lie very much, but he's not, like, his ego is his biggest downfall, and what also makes him dangerous. Am I the edgelord, Mandalorian of Christ? Or are you talking about the other people being edgelords? A distinguished gentleman. Oh, okay. An edgelord? I see. I didn't take offense to it, by the way. Like, dude, I'm the kind of person where people can have their opinions, and I'm like not really fazed or bothered by it. We got a lot of people watching. Then, hey, thanks for that raid again, Yorkshire Viking. I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, there's a difference between like an edgelord, like the way I see you saying it is like there's an OCC edgelords who get really bent out of shape outside of like in character and out of character, where like I'm easy sailing and cruising, like I'd say 90% of the time, like in character. And I'm not perfect. There's been times I got a little butthurt OC'ly, but like I also am pretty good at letting it go and just being like, let's just keep role playing and have fun, because it's like we're all playing this game together and role playing. It's all about trying to, you know, tell a story and have fun with it. As long like it's not worth holding grudges, but some people really do hold grudges, and it's not good. My motto is win good, lose good. And I love losing too, because like I know how to play an outlaw right. I know how to get away with crimes for a long period of time. Dude, when I played Ryder on Wild RP, it took them like 6 months to catch him for the first time. Welcome in, Chiefies. And yeah. Yeah, and it's like one of those things where, like, if it's really bad and they're starting to become malicious towards me, then I'll make a ticket. But if they're just mad and refuse to give me any chief ice, oh, I see. They refuse to give me any good RP, then I'll just like roleplay them lightly and then move on. As long as they're not like OC'ly out of character trying to like be malicious and attack me, you know? It's just kind of sad on their part that they're ruining the potential of really good RP, because some of them don't realize is that if they catch me later, I give a really good downfall to Ryder. I always role plays like the scene really well, and Ryder, you know, I can role play fear really well. Ryder can be intimidated and scared too. Anybody can, you know, and I know how to do that as well. Like it happened with like my other tough guy character, Connor Cree. He was really tough until Tommy Two Snakes was holding him over a cliff, about dangling him over it like he's about to drop him, you know. And then he started praying to God and like, I won't come after you again, I swear, you know, stuff like that. I usually start telling people to shut up if their characters are pushing a certain boundary of like for example, like there's thresholds. I'll let them get away with some like shit talking, but it's like when the character gets to a point where my character is thinking about shooting them, me telling them to shut up and be quiet and watch your mouth, boy, and all that is a warning that you're about to get shot and all that. And it's like I don't like just shut them up for the first shit talking, but it's like some characters understand fear takes a while to build up, because like when you get caught, and this is something that even I know for myself IRL, is sometimes the gravity of the situation doesn't quite sink in right away because you're in flight or flight. Some people's response is fight, but when that adrenaline hits and it starts to sink in afterwards, you're like, oh shit, I'm outnumbered. These guys might shoot me. They seem serious. You know, it's like making sure you roleplay that. A lot of people do that okay enough with me, where they get caught and then they start to like humble themselves a little bit, because they're like, oh, these guys are not the kind of outlaws you want to be talked to. Yeah, I've had a few of those, not too many. I hear about them all the time. So far, we've all like I don't feel the need to report them all the time either because like the consequences they could have got shot and downed, and like I don't know if they've learned from it, and I hope they learn from it and take time to think about it. Maybe they're just having a bad day. You never know. You don't know the mood the character's in. Funny enough, my character's scared of Native Americans. Ryder is superstitious and has heard like the old stories of the frontier and stuff like that, and he's very nervous around them. Ryder has fear. Ryder also thinks the chupacabra is real. Ryder also thinks witchcraft is real. He thinks those things are real, even though they're not on the server. Were you up on that hill? And I just, let's get. It's important to understand, like all servers, they have a wide variety of people on it, all different skill levels of role playing, and some people they're beginning their journey, and some of them, like some people, they can make mistakes and learn from them. Some people don't. It's just you gotta take every case by case and then analyze it, figure out what kind of person they are through it. And usually they give themselves away, and when you're having a real conversation with somebody, and I bet staff sees it all the time. Is that like you'll get someone in DMs and they explain, oh, here's my position and stuff like that, or the individual's probably raging and like crashing out at staff for the ticket. Then you're like, okay, this is really easy to decide, But servers have a wide variety of skill, method, perspective, ideology on how RP is done or where they're at with it, and that's something that always grows with people, and it's a very big spectrum of like kinds of characters you play and their personalities and their perspectives and who they are and how they interact and how they play out, I love playing civs too. I just need to have I need to have someone who's disruptive or play a civ who's like a little disruptive sometimes because I'm always trying to keep the scenes entertaining. Like I really want to so my next character would probably, I might go back to Sturgis and try to run the caravan again. He's a civilian. He's fairly lawful, but he doesn't follow like all the laws of the state. Like he just thinks moonshining is silly. He doesn't think that's a big deal. And some of the other drugs. He also he won't let like lawmen search his wagons. He's very prideful and he thinks it's a breach of his freedom. So like if a full caravan's going and he's got 6 guards and law shows up, he's like, how about you turn around and come back the way you came? Because I ain't showing you shit none. I'm a good man. He's going to be like that. So there will be conflict in the character. I always find ways to do like reasonable conflict and give characters like ups and downs. But also I might play a lawman next. I have never played a lawman, believe it or not. In the many years of role play through like Red Dead. I started playing Red Dead like right when Family RP came out. Started there, and then played Wild West RP. No, we did Wild West RP first, then went to Family. Back when server slots were 32 slots. And we had to wait for all the mods and shit. Yeah, there's a lot of good role players on the server. There's plenty, too. I have really good scenes of people, and I hope people really appreciate the way my character talks, the process, the effort I put into his speech pattern, his dialogue, the way he thinks, the way he acts, his temper on occasions. Who was your doctor, Star Burns? Were you the lady we took up to the cliff and you were fixing up Marcus and you saw my dog? Sawyer, yes. Yeah, that was great RP. Do you like the line? I have a really good line. Ryder goes, "Ah, damn, you so useful. I ought to just chain you to a tree and keep you around some." Let me show you guys something really quick before we start moving on. Should be short enough where I don't think anyone's going to find me in this bush, but I just want to do a quick display capture. All right.
Something wrecks the land.
Let's see if we can find it.
The dust is unsettled. There are shadows that are leaning from trees. Whispers through brooks.
Right here. This scene right here is memorable for me. You'll see here in a second.
Put out on my voice like that. Almost makes me want to feel like I should just chain you to your damn tree by your leg. Keep you around because you're useful.
Oh man. That moment right there was a good moment. Ryder's not a good guy. He's fucking scary. Let's see if they're watching my horse still. It could be. I'm loving chat today, guys. I love talking to you. I love talking to everyone. I still remember the one time you got to meet Ink and accused her of being having brain damage. I wish I had the boys. It's a wagon that's going fast. The best part is we also like we keep to a like a cycle in a way. So like you're not gonna see us like out west and stuff. Hardest part's gonna be getting past the Heartlands. Once we're past the Heartlands, we'll be just fine. I love when people assume that the guns we steal we're gonna sell, but they're just sitting around camp. Like if someone finds our camp naturally through RP and stuff, or stumbles upon it, you might just find your gun sitting there on top of a box. There we go. They weren't watching my horse, or they were. I don't know yet. We're gonna find out. Honestly, if we do go to prison, it'll be great. But I would like not to go to prison tonight. I'd like to Malachi not to like be like, see, I caught you. I told you so. Which would be funny. But Ryder's ego would hurt so bad. Someone stole your potted plant? That's devious. You know what's funny? Malachi, Ryder gave her the answer on how to find him in his own way. He's like, why don't you just stop halfway and look on foot some? What's up, UK? It's good to see you, man. How are you? Dude, what I love too, the amount of people who are willing to perma is really nice on the server. There's been a lot of occasions where I didn't like mean to purposely murder someone, but I did wound them grievously. Like one guy I shot in the leg, and he went back to town, and he decided to bleed out and die. And I was like, whoa, I murdered someone without knowing it, and I found out later in character, and that was cool. I've shot down a lot of people. Two of them I've known. One was stabbed and he permud, and then another one was shot and she permud. And then I shot another guy down off his horse because he's like, "You got a point of gun, you might as well shoot me." And his rider's like, "Okay." I don't know if he permitted or not. I don't think he did, but like that's like the dumbest thing to say to Ryder. He's like, "Huh? You think I'm gonna bluff? Hell, I'm showing you I ain't. Let's hope I don't get eaten by a cat. Let's not get eaten by a cat. Let's not get eaten by a kitty cat. 'Cause it wouldn't be the first time it took me down." Let's see if any of the gang shows up. We actually got a lot of gang members, but holidays and things are making it a little hard to get on. But after the holidays, we're going to have a lot of people running around. I look forward to recruiting a lot more. The goal is to get to 18 members and then split the dirty dogs into smaller highway groups of 3 groups of 6, because that's 18 right there, or a bunch of groups of 3 in every direction. Maybe even every groups of 2 in every direction could be cool. I can still go in chat because I'm actually really enjoying chat right now while we wait for someone to show up. I love nerding out about stuff like this. Hey, Kayla Matthews, welcome in. I think it's total BS that they knew exactly where you both were. Are the law stream stuff? No, they didn't know where I was. I don't think the law stream sniping, Tucker. I would love if you brought back Nicholas O'Brien. That was a good stream. That was a good stream and story. Hell yeah. Now I think the law were, because I thought about it, the law, they're not stream sniping. So they have to watch out for. But I did take her hostage on the road. There was a witness. The witness rode to town. Reasonable kind of area to look around. I didn't take her very far from the scene of the crime. Hell, they could have even been outlaws. Hey, okay. I looked running I haven't seen old Jasper in a while. I'd love to see him again. That boy's pissing off Ryder. I thought you were going to kill Carson one day, but then I had this scene with them and Sawyer. I was like, oh no, he's gonna die. Oh yeah, I never know if I will go with the RP emotional damage. The amount of calls we have to specific parts of the swamp because of fucking cats. The cougars are insane, more than usual. They're good. They're good, dangerous. I've only been taken down by an animal once on the server so far, so, and it was a cat, of course. Am I ever gonna return to Valheim? I'd like to. I need to get in with a group of people. The few times I tried role-playing by myself, you guys didn't know I was there on the RP server. And I couldn't get any good scenes or moments, and I felt lonely, so I moved on to do other things. The bears that are supposed to try and murder you there. Sorry, I feel so bad for Jasper. Poor Jasper. Poor little Jasper. All right. Now that we're waiting for people, this is our meeting spot for our group. So if people are online, they always come by here on occasion. But I want to show you guys something really quick. That video I was playing, I want to show you the whole video. Because it's like a 3-minute video, and I'm proud of it. I don't know if everyone's seen it yet, but there's you can get a good idea of Ryder if you're new to who Ryder is. This is definitely the way to understand it. It's a 4-minute video. We'll watch it really quick.
I felt tidings. Something wrecks the land. The path, the dust is unsettled. There are shadows that are leaning from trees. Whispers through books. Men with teeth. They smile, they growl. You can't hear them, but you know they are. And they will keep eating. That is what I will say, sir.
That's good. Ain't no need to spill blood out here in the wilderness. Ain't no.
This is early Ryder.
find you.
He hasn't really started
Clean
crime
out
yet.
like stuffed
But this is his
hog.
first big crime.
Not sure if he's worth the trouble.
You know, I try to be a patient man. I try to be.
I've never been this sentimental one.
Coward. I ain't scared of shit, son.
I can do anything you want. Listen,
Put your hand in the fire. See anything. Go on now. You want to see it again, boy? I'll cut you again. Put you in that dirt again. Put your damn hand in the fire. Ah! 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 Shit!
You're the one that said you'd be willing to do anything he wanted you to do. How far are you willing to go?
did I mean put my fucking hands in a fire?
You didn't specify, sir.
Just a hand. Go on. Put one in the fire now.
See now, Mr. Ryder, we find ourselves in a peculiar position.
Marcus, beat him in an inch of his life. Go on now. Beat him within an inch of his life.
No, please. No, please. I am a man of my word. Always a guide to your fucking loot. Question is he or not?
Come on now. Get yourself out of there.
Help it out on my boys like that. Almost makes me want to feel like I should just chain you to your damn tree by your leg. Keep you around because you're useful.
I see this as an advantageous thing. I didn't want to shoot you. I didn't want to shoot you, boy. I anticipated your movements. I knew what you was going to do, but that's the difference between when a fox is chasing a rabbit and when a fox is chasing a fox.
That was a good scene.
You follow me?
Now you quit your damn sensibilities you have for folks like us trying to connect us with God. I have a feeling he thinks he's better than us. Feeling like he knows the right thing. How could I make an example of someone who ain't worth nothing? Huh? That boot wasn't yours. You didn't beg for it none either, like a mutt.
Matthew 7:12, often called the Golden Rule, states that people should only in everything do unto others as they would wish have them done to you, because this sums up the law and the prophets.
Jessica, come over here. Come on now, Jasper. Come on now. I claim it.
It's my own gang member, by the way.
Yes! Yeah! I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my dog. I'm sorry my dog took your boots some. If you want, I can put him down.
That is what I will say, sir.
That's good. See, you're a smart man. Wiser than the rest. I think you take that with you. Give him his gloves back. Give him his boots. I want one last thing from him before we leave. If his cards is right, he ought to read his own fortune to us. See where it leads.
I love Fool. He was a great character. He's a very good
You
character.
see, I'm superstitious. I believe in these things. Maybe they always right the first time.
And that's a good example of Ryder right there. I also have an introduction video made by North. Let's walk around to see if anyone's come by camp. If they have, we'll get right into RP. If they haven't, we'll show... North is one of my editors. He's also one of the gang members in the group. He made an introduction for Ryder, and it's a lot longer by a minute or two. And I think it's worth watching as well. No one else is here yet. We'll do one more. So I'm very proud of North's work, and I'm proud of the one I made too.
Maybe we just take and stay.
All right. Did a quick display capture. He illustrates Ryder's rise to chaos really well. Drunk to outlaw.
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Don't you come back no more. Don't you come back no more.
Yeah, boss of that. Yes, son. You don't beg no more. Maybe we just take instead.
What you say?
Eugene! Oh, there's Cheeto.
don't you come back no more.
Something wrecks in the path, the dust is unsettled. There are shadows that are leaning from trees, whispers through books, men with teeth. They smile, they growl. You can't hear them, but you know they are. And they will keep eating.
Hell yeah, dude. North is amazing. He did a good job with that. What do you guys think? Some good stuff. Kind of sums Ryder up pretty well. Hey, yeah. Those are some good moments. By the by, if you're really enjoying the stream, consider becoming a member for 99 cents over on YouTube. And if you get that Prime sub, consider dropping that over on Twitch. Hell yeah, brothers, sisters. Hell yeah. I can't wait for the snow to go away because I love Ryder's other look a lot more where he's bald. But I wanted him to grow him a beard and longer hair during winter to keep warm since he's truly living to the lifestyle that he has chosen. Yeah, I struggle with editing, Sasu, and I'm glad that he's on board. Him and I, North and I are partnered up. Him and I are going to be working on the channel a lot, and I'm splitting my ad revenue with him. That we're making. So we definitely going to turn this channel into something bigger. Two of us is better than one. I want to get another editor on too. Somebody who wants to be in for like a long-term thing, where when the channel starts getting somewhere, to be a part of the big projects, a part of the editing, and part of the whole thing, and they'll reap the rewards as well. You've been fist fighting on your lifer. I want to play another lifer again too. I want to play Michael Spoonard again and bring him back. I might play him in the spare off time here and there. I haven't figured out when. I also got to send the staff a ticket saying, hey, I want my lifer to be in prison. We're going to ride around here again here soon and see if we can come across. I don't want to sit around for too long. I know there are some gang members around, but I have no idea what they're doing or what camp they might be at. And I will check those other camps over time. Wander around my camp long enough, we might find something interesting and unique here. Hell yeah! I also got my full battle katana, so now if I can bring it to the U.S. next time I come. Now, is it a sharp katana or is it like a blunt katana for sword fighting for practice? Your battle katana. Oh, you definitely don't want to use it against. If it's sharp and it's gonna chip, you definitely don't want to use it against me. Mainly because I don't want to get hurt. But if I do block with my weapon, it might break your weapon in half because I have a blunt weapon. And that sharp hitting my blunt edge might be bad. Because mine are hardened steel, so you're not going to cut into it. But it is going to put chunks in your weapon, which it's a weak spot. I'll tell you what, I have a katana you can use that's not a sharp one. I practice a sport called HEMA, and I also used to practice with SCA as well. And it's full contact sparring using steel weapons, but they're all blunt. You wear armor and other things to protect yourself. It's a full-on sport, grappling, wrestling involved too. What the hell is this? Manzanita? Oleander. Yeah, and it also, like, with him uploading and me uploading, it's more uploads a month. Honestly, I need to upload something tonight. The stream's part of the upload, because streaming is an upload in itself. But I need to make some shorts again, and I need to upload a long-form video again here soon. But anyone out there who wants to edit and be a part of the Sinnix channel, let me know, because I'm always looking for another editor. If someone just wants to focus on shorts, if somebody just wants to focus on other things, the idea is that, like, I was paying someone for a bit, but it just was too expensive to keep it going consistently. But I have this idea now of somebody wants to grow along with it, and we just split the ad revenues. We'll do it that way instead. Because once the channel gets big enough, like, I do have a plan to make merch and some cool t-shirts and shit. My friend Jamie, who I grew up with, she's a talented artist, and she's going to help me out with all the artwork for the channel. She's already done all the artwork, the new artwork you've seen that's been put up. Down the road, I want to have my own servers. I want to set it up really nicely. I want to make them as immersive as possible with the ideology of win good, lose good, and the focus on RP over role play. We want good scenes. We want things that people do in character to be reasonable and make sense. It's going to be a lot grim, more grim than other servers. It's going to be... By the way, this idea is, like, years out. This is after, like, I've made it on YouTube and I'm making decent enough money to, like, actually pay a staff to keep a server going. So I want to have a good server. So it's going to be a long while before I do that. But meanwhile, RanchRP will be my home for now. But I want to get going. It's definitely going to be more focused on, like, grimier, more realism. It won't be the greatest thing for Twitch streamers because it won't follow the TOS there, and it won't really follow the YouTube TOS. But the good thing about YouTubers is that if you roleplay on the server, you can edit your videos. If anything reaches TOS, you don't have to use it in the video, you know? It's gonna definitely be mature. We're gonna have a good staff, good rules, and we're gonna have good moderation to make sure people don't, like, go too crazy with the server. A much more mature setting, but the idea is we want, like, TV show movie quality, like, scenes, people to live through and role play through with good voice acting, and we're gonna go for quality over quantity. So it might be a little simple for y'all people. Hell yeah. So I might have to talk to Sal about paying him down the road to do that. That should be awesome. Where's the kitty cat? When you want a kitty cat? Kitty cat, where's that kitty cat at? Hell yeah. I'll have to talk to him about it when I'm closer to realizing that story. But by then, you know, honestly, a server will probably be out before GTA 6. I also would like to see, like, a game come out that I can role play on. It's a zombie apocalypse stuff. It's better than DayZ. I want to see something like DayZ and Dying Light combined together big online multiplayer, zombies, realistic, what's it called? Realistic. I'm having a brain for here, guys. Animations and ragdoll physics and stuff like that, because Daisy doesn't have that for their anything. Oso, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Over on Twitch. We're gonna go to the other camp and see if anyone's there. Yeah, and the cool thing is, there's an event coming up for a server that's not going to be around for very long. It definitely seems like an event server, but GTA has a zombie apocalypse server that's looking really, really good, and we're going to role play there in between this. We're going to do both. So we're going to have a day of like we're going to split the day in half. We'll start off doing some GTA role play on a zombie apocalypse server, and then we'll go to Red Dead in the other half and do the Ryders story, because I really want to get a good zombie apocalypse thing in. I like when there's a good alternative threat out there. You know what I mean? Like, so that, you know, there's like PvE aspect of things you have to worry about. And that's always fun too on top of the PvP, because those things could play well with the players. And that being like, you know, like in DayZ, you've had moments where you're holding someone up on the road during the zombie apocalypse, and also the horde of zombies show up, fucking derails everything, you know, and disrupts the situation with a unique event. I kind of even want to roleplay on Arc Raiders, since I found it set up to, like, if you're not super aggressive and killing people all the time, you could get in lobbies with people who are just goofy, and that could be fun. There's my camp. This one's always a little hard to find when it doesn't pop up right away. I know Sal's in game and said he was, but the issue with Ryder, he can't read or write, so he doesn't send telegrams. So I'll never know to find him until he learns to read, which there's an arc for learning to read right now. I just want a server where I can play my true Red Dead Redemption 2 Dark Tower crossover. Hey, Days Gone would make a fun multiplayer RP game. I said that girl Murphy, and when I went to shoot, when I went to a short monologue, doing a slash for me, well, in the quiet moment, she almost beat me to death. That's why villains never monologue. Ryder loves the monologue. It's always a good monologue for your villain scene. I think we're gonna run off. And your experience. I'm sure the Murphy girl probably had a talking to as well about like quality of RP. Did you use footage for my streams? Oh no, I wouldn't have been there. Well, I wouldn't have been there for some of it, but you know, you gotta follow them rules. But hey, I look forward when you get back. I'm a little bummed I don't get to roleplay with you today. But good thing it's a temporary ban and not a perma ban. I guess a little place down here. You know, she's lucky. Murphy's lucky. I'll never say, you new to this in character ever. I'll never use that. I'll never say that because it's like one of those phrases that like imply something silly out of character. And I think that's always cringe. That really says I'm new to this. Oh, they're in for a show from Ryders. Tired of hearing that phrase. Just because outlaws don't do the one thing the way you do it doesn't mean the way you do it is the way everyone should do it. Another camp, here we go. Another camp. What's this? Jar of coffee grounds. A few sticks laid up. Huh. Well, the boys have been here recently. Dude, my sandwich I left here is still here. I want to say it's bad now. The cigarettes could be good. There was a detail that I had it wrapped up in a little baggie because Marcus had gone missing. This is what I left for Marcus was these two items. Alrighty. Looker coming out of the hiding. Did you ever stream with a cam before? I swear there was a guy I used to watch a long time ago on Ranch. He sounded like I do not. I have never played on Ranch. I tell you what. You be the true say here. Here's my face. My green screen's like kind of more this way right now. Yeah, so you have my messy room and my laundry pile right there. Look at that. Hey, Quickie, how you doing? It's good to see you again. All right. I said I'll find someone you're role-playing with. Here's my twin brother, Jim Bob Jones. And he was nice guy. That's my safety box. I keep all my safe things in there. Oh, yeah.
there.
Search into your deepest memories, Creaky, and reveal who's those lost to time and memoriam, and bring back forth the memory to the front of your lobe. And then you will recollect the scenes in full. I really want to play on a medieval game. I love that. At a farm store nearby, they got safes that are like 7 feet tall, 4 to 6 feet deep. Dude, you could live in that safe. How you doing, Cecil, man? It's good to see you again. We're both live on Twitch and YouTube, by the way, fellows, folks, peoples. And thank you for all the new followers today. I really appreciate it. I was, for the longest time, for like, I wouldn't say 3 to 4 years straight, stuck at 6,000 followers on YouTube. I don't know if it was like bots or people losing interest or something like that. I would be at 6,000, lose 10 followers, gain 20 followers, be at 6,010, lose 10 more followers or something like that, go back down to 6,000. And it was like that for a year straight. It was crazy. Because I know Twitch goes through getting rid of bots over time. I don't know how good they're at it anymore, but yeah. So it's good to see that breaking 6,000. I'm alive. That's good. Slav VIP, welcome in, man. How you doing? Let's go find some RP. The downside of playing a character like this, like, you can't just like hang out in a saloon and chit chat and pull a random adventure together. It's just not the way Ryder is. He's a fun character to come across out in the wilderness. Arturomon Gaming, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Arturomon plays Sal, which if he's in here, that means I won't find Sal today, but we'll go on a solo thing. Very few medieval games to RP on, only two like I know of since Rockstar never released their rumored medieval game a long while ago. I think, honestly, the speculations for a rumored medieval game was probably just medieval assets for GTA 6 or another project they have going on. Because sometimes you just make assets, you know? I want to see a game with the focus into medieval RP, like the main focus of it, you know? Armor matters in the right ways, sieges, castle building. There's a game called Renown. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I've played a little bit of it. It's not the greatest. Honestly, I might try to revive fucking, Reign of Kings. It's a dead game, though. The developers were scummy and are never going to finish it, and they just dropped the project. I want a good medieval game to role play on. I hear people are trying to make a cyberpunk RP server somehow. Like they're trying to add multiplayer to it. That'd be fun. I would love a really good new zombie apocalypse experience. GTA 6 could be a lot of fun. I'd like to play, like a Florida man.
Maybe bring back a mobster style character. Red Dead's been a lot of fun always. I would love to get a new VR setup. Like I have one, it's okay, but I'd like to get one of the decent new ones, and find something like in VR to roleplay on. Like I would love to find an RP server in VR. I feel like that's the future of roleplay like this. A really good setup, a really well developed RP world. Like you know how like Half-Life Alyx, the game doesn't let you push your hand through walls and stuff, and there's like a lot of physics behind everything. Like that's something we need. It was rumors. I looked into it. I was following it. The most likely outcome is that they were making assets for anything. Like imagine if Saints and Sinners, the zombie game that's single player for Walking Dead, was like multiplayer roleplay, and people didn't look all dorky walking around. I would even invest in the treadmill to run on for myself. And you mean that's such good exercise for role players? Imagine just all the movement all the time in VR. I'd have a blast. It's not as early as it used to be, but it's still a lot of things that would look really goofy, like with some of the movements in RP. Because, you know, some like joint positions and stuff on people are just off and not quite right. But yeah, I would want to get haptic feedback gloves so I can move my fingers and stuff. And like, I want to be as detailed as possible. Imagine if even if there was a really good mod for Red Dead 2 to get VR on it. And then I can role play and make my own gestures and mannerisms and my own emotes by just moving around. That would be sick. I'd lose myself in the VR world. It's not gonna be for everybody because some people get motion sick easily and stuff. Where is a fella when he need to rob a pack ahead? You know, I would love to roleplay in Valheim again. I just gotta try to get a bunch of people together to start a group with me and help keep our little kingdom going and present good RP there. I think the RP quality isn't as high on Valheim, but it's got a decent mix. And people really try, and they do cool seasons and stuff. There was actually decent VR mods for Valheim that were pretty fun to use. I used them once before. It made the world feel even more grand and crazy, but boss fights would be fucking hard. Hell yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, I've been playing, speaking of builds, I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4 in my free time before bed. And I've got mods for base building stuff. I think I'm going to do an unusual video for my channel. It's just a showcase of all the cities I've built. I've got like a level 82 character right now who's like, no, is it 85 now? Yeah, he's 85 now. And I've built up almost every major settlement into something big. And now I'm working on all the smaller locations to make something. I might be a player. That's NPC. Oh wow. We'll go over here. I would love to play a civilian again at some point. That would be fun. I don't know what I'm going to play after Ryder. Ryder, you know, he's a lot coming his way now, so I don't know how much longer his story will be. It could be very long. It could be, you know, shorter. Ryder's made a lot of enemies. He's done a lot of bad things. Where is everybody? Up in them cities, I bet. Them city folks doing city things. Around all them cities, up to city stuff. I'll go check it out here in a second. That's beautiful. I like it a lot, man. Simplistic, yet, dude, it's just great. That's good. It's got good detail, too. Fucking love it. A-frame designs are beautiful. You know, Ryder's never, ever been out to the west on this version of Ryder. Check that out. I hope it's not an NPC one. If there's two people on it, we're going to go for it. Just a stranger. It was the name of my WoW character, World of Warcraft. I thought it sounded cool. He was my rogue, Sinnix. I was like, I'm so freaking cool. I got an undead rogue named Sinnix. And I thought it sounded just cool. That's where the name came from, small town cowboy wannabe. I think it's a rememberable name, but I think it slides off well for like a YouTube name too, you know? I know how everyone's been doing the TV thing for a while with their streams. I feel like I've never switched to the Sinnix TV part because it's like I'm representing role play and it's like a television show. And I feel like it still fits accurately. On television. Down the road, I might just switch it down to Sinnix. I actually ended up stealing anything from Malachi, but I took hostage for a little bit and kidnapped a law person named Malachi. I had a good conversation with them, and then the law showed up, and I escaped and hid in the woods. And they're out there looking for me, doing solo robberies today. Because Ryder ain't scared of shit. He do it by himself. North, when's the next time you'll be able to get on? I forget what you said it was going to be. I know you said probably not this weekend. Tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow. 7 days straight? Yeah, I think you're only going to miss me a little bit for like Christmas Eve and like Christmas Day. And then I work 2 days. Yeah. We're going to be on around Christmas. Hey, I might even stream on Christmas Day in the evening a little bit. I sold between the donations I got from the donation stream I did, and I sold one of my guns. I think the kids are going to be very, very happy this year. Last year we didn't have a very good Christmas. It was a good Christmas, but it wasn't very good in the way that we didn't have a lot of gifts to give. We had an opportunity to move into a nicer house and home that was bigger for our family. And so we took the opportunity and basically moved in right before Christmas and then had dinner together and like a one small present each type thing. But this year I spent like $800, $900 on the family, and I can't wait to see them open their gifts up. I'm really excited. They deserve it. I was a little bummed I didn't get my YouTube payout or Twitch payout this month, and I don't know why, because I had reached the thresholds. I wonder if it has something to do with December going into the new year or something like that. So it's not a big deal. I feel like January. It's nicer for the money to accumulate longer in my ad revenue and my stuff like that. So just make next month a little easier by it being late. But North, by the way, everyone chat on Twitch, North there, give him a shout out, give him a call. Him and I are partnered up on my channel now, and he's putting out amazing content. North Star, he's the one who edited the video I showed you earlier. North, oh, you and I are in for a journey. content creation journey. Hell yeah. Ooh, I like your Elden Ring little thing. I haven't played Elden Ring in a while. If anybody wants to run around on Elden Ring with me sometime, I could do that mod where we're all playing together at the same time and there's no, what's it called? There's no loading between worlds and stuff like that, so we can all just do all the dungeons together. You have too much free time I'm not working? Hell yeah. Well, we might end up in a very cool place with you and I putting effort into the channel. You know, I don't know, I can't even predict a timeline because I've been doing YouTube for so long, and I put a lot of effort in myself. But I know it's two minds are better than one, and honestly, I think your production quality is better than mine in some ways, actually a lot of ways. So I'm happy to have you along. You haven't actually played When I'm Down. It's a fun game. It's hard, but the Elden Ring mod where you play together the whole campaign, you don't have to like summon each other for every boss fight, is really more immersive and more fluid and a lot of fun. And they probably updated it a lot since. And I would love to run through a game with some people playing Elden Ring. I'd have to get a mod to make the game harder in the beginning, because I think it'll be just hard enough later on for some newer players. Actually, I'll just have you guys join in on my main character and wait for me to beat the game and then go through the beginning again, because my character's like 7 gameplay plus 7, so the game is a lot more difficult, and having a lot more players makes it a lot more fun again in a difficult game. Could try to recruit some undesirables from Van Horn and add to your ranks. You missed something. So live VIP, that was an idea. I tried doing that. I ended up shooting a guy instead in the middle of town. It pissed off Ryder. So I don't know if he's very welcome in Van Horn at the moment. But we're watching this road right here for anyone who might come on through. There's an NPC. I usually would roam a lot more, but the law is actively looking for me right now, so I got to be a little more selective in my location. And then kidnap 2 more people from Van Horn. Yeah, Ryder, I ain't the happiest person around there. I haven't seen that DM. Whose backstories are we linking? I may have missed that. Yeah, I've seen that. I'd like that to happen. It would make sense. Dagmar? Yeah, I'd like to run into Dagmar more. Yeah, that's another thing I've been planning. Kidnapping people for longer periods of time. Like they could even turn into people who want to be a part of us, or they could turn into people who are learning the harsh reality of the road. Yeah, I think it's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I'm glad that I did it that day because it's something that has been bad. Yeah. I think I've been good. Something I've always envisioned is this, like, having a camp we don't mind exposing with liquor and stuff, and we're drinking, and we have a guy tied up in the corner, and he's, like, talking and shouting and, like, talking shit. And then, like, you know, some of the drunks get their, you know, like, I think that'd be a cool, like, cinematic scene if we play it out well, act well, and have a lot going on for the fella in the meanwhile. Give them opportunities to escape, even on their own when people are too drunk and not paying attention. That'd be fun. I think one scene I want to set up for somebody we kidnap is that we do take them back to camp. That one that we don't mind exposing because we have a lot of locations. But then we all get really drunk around the guy, and we pass out drunk around him and leave him tied there. And see what he does. And let him like if he steals a gun, holds one of us hostage. That'd be a fun scene. It'd be realistic too. Like Ryder could overdrink pretty easily. He is an alcoholic. I think that would be a good scene for somebody too. Gives them the upper hand, something unique to talk about. Maybe have like one or two, like one guard, and he just goes off to take a piss for a bit, you know, given the opportunity for it to happen. I would totally lay my guns on a bench too. I always forget this is here sometimes. I wish the tents had less popping. Yeah. I'll tell you this though, for the group, I've made a rule for myself. So, friends who are joining the server and people who want to join in on the story and they want to link their backstories with our characters in some way, the way I'm setting it up is that when our membership is not at 10 active members, I will allow it. And then after we're past 10 active members, we'll only look for people like to come in naturally through RP, you know? Because like when I brought a lot of people to the server, it's like, hey, here's the plan, here's the group we're starting, and here's like people who are allowed to be connected to Ryder in some way, you know, lore-wise or whatever. But I don't want to overdo it. Well, at 7 o'clock, I go feed the dogs. I can come back and get on again. But I think at 7, I might just call it a night and then play all Monday if I can. The only thing I gotta do tomorrow is go get my tires changed out for snow tires. I already have my snow tires in the back of the car. I was going to do it today, but I lost my wallet at my parents' house somewhere, so I have to go back there and look for it. Yeah, of course you got to RP it out. If our stories aren't linked, it needs to happen naturally then. But if our backstories are linked and it's lore that I've given the people, then I'm okay with creating a scenario with them to get them started. Tomorrow I'll have a haircut in the morning. Okay. Yes, it was. I wonder if stuff a lot of people would be seated in through prison. You know, if somebody wanted to join in and have their character start off in prison, not as a lifer, just of a certain timeline of a sentence. Or they were in there for a long time and their sentence is coming to an end soon or something like that. That could be a cool feature too for like friends I bring to the server. I saw like 4 other friends I'm trying to figure out how they're going to get here because they don't have a lot of time at the moment, but they're interested in the storyline. Burko, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, let's go find someone. Yeah. I have a lifer I want to play really bad too. We're doing great. How you doing, brother? Welcome in. Ryders' prison arc is going to be good the day it happens. I used to play a lifer a lot. I had a short series on it. Does anyone remember Michael Spoonard? If you go to my YouTube channel, there's a series that's 14 episodes long that ends in me getting the electric chair. That was a fun character to play. It was short-lived. I wish he could have been around longer, but the warden said enough is enough when I murdered Mockingbird in the cafeteria in front of everybody. He wasn't trying to kill her. He was just choking her. He's like, what was his name? It's Michael Spooner. You don't sing my song. You don't sing my song. It's my song. Tuna moonlight, tuna brown, never to be found. That was the voice of Michael. Doing all right. I'm looking around at Ryders servers trying to find somewhere to settle down. How's RanchRP? Okay, I gotta show you this then. I'll show you my interactions here in a second. I gotta record. I got a 4-minute video to show you. I got 2 videos to show you. They're both about 4 or 5 minutes long. But I think it sums things up nicely. We're going to put you on this tree right here. All right, let me show you this, brother. I think you're gonna like this. And if you, I'm showing it again, chat. I'm just very proud of it. All right, I got 2 to show you. One I made and one North made. Oh, the piano animation's like playing right through this. That's like it. That's actually really loud. We'll just sit next to this tree.
The path, the dust is unsettled. There are shadows that are leaning from trees. Whispers through books. Men, teeth.
It mine's an outlaw's perspective too, Burko.
They smile, they growl. You can't hear them, but you know they are. And they will keep eating. That is what I will say, sir.
That's good. Ain't no need to spill blood out here in the wilderness. Ain't nobody gonna find you if you're bleeding out like a stuffed hog.
Not sure if you brought the trouble.
You know, I try to be a patient man. I try to be.
I've never been the sentimental one.
Coward. I ain't scared of shit, son.
I can do anything you want. Listen.
Put your hand in the fire. Shoot anything. Go on now.
You want to see it again, boy? I'll cut you again. Put you in that dirt again.
Put your damn hand in the fire.
Shit!
You're the one that said you'd be willing to do anything he wanted you to do. How far are you willing to go?
Did I mean put my fucking hands in a fire?
You didn't specify, sir.
Just a hand. Go on. Put one in the fire now.
See now, Mr. Ryder, we find ourselves in a peculiar position.
Marcus, beat him in an inch of his life. Go on now. Beat him within an inch of his life.
No, please. No, please.
I am a man of my word. Always a guide to your fucking loot. Question is it enough?
Come on now. Please. Please, shut up.
Yeah, but on my boys like that, almost makes me want to feel like I should just chain you to your damn tree by your leg. Keep you around because you're useful.
I see this as an advantageous thing. I didn't want to shoot you. I didn't want to shoot you, boy. I anticipated your movements. I knew what you was going to do, but that's the difference between when a fox is chasing a rabbit and when a fox is chasing a fox. You follow me?
I see. Now you quit your damn sensibilities you have for folks like us trying to connect us with God. I have a feeling he thinks he's better than us. Feel like he knows the right thing. How could I make an example of someone who ain't worth nothing? Huh? That boot wasn't yours. You didn't beg for it none either, like a mutt.
Matthew 7:12, often called the Golden Rule, states that people should only, in everything do unto others, as they would wish have them done to you, because this sums up the law and the prophets.
Jasper, come over here. Come on now, Jasper. Come on now. I claim it. Yes! Yeah! I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my dog. I'm sorry my dog took your boots some. If you want, I can put him down.
That is what I will say, sir.
That's good. See, you're a smart man. Wiser than the rest. I think you take that with you. Give him his gloves back. Give him his boots. I want one last thing from him before we leave. If his cards is right, he ought to read his own fortune to us.
Arturmon, in that, I actually had hit T during that fight, and I got stuck in text chat for a second, too.
I believe in these things. Maybe they always right the first time.
All right, and let me show you the other one that, this, where is it? An introduction, right, this right here is the video that North made. This is like, kind of like Ryders, We're the road from drunk to outlaw. His shitty beginnings.
Don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road.
I do get a lot of my own losses, and I do show them on my videos. It's win good, lose good. And I've gotten, Ryders got his ass kicked quite a few times.
Come back no more.
But that hardens a man.
Don't you come back no more.
of that. Yes, son. We don't beg no more. Maybe we just take instead.
What you say?
By the way, all these kills, there's a lot more context to them. So you know. That camp over there, part of it we built. Some of it's already there. Oh, my boys.
Don't you come back no more.
North did a really good job, yeah. We're highwaymen.
There are shadows that are leaves and trees.
We live off the woods, off the ground in the forest.
Men, teeth. They smile, they growl. You can't hear them, but you know they are.
You can't hear them, but you know they are. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun here. I like everyone I brought over and the RP we're beginning. Things have slowed down with the group a little bit lately, but it's because it's holidays and stuff. People are busy. People got work. But come January, I think we're gonna have an average of like we're gonna have to split into 2 groups again for some of the writing we're gonna do today or this week, this next month. So I don't solo ride very often. I don't usually have to. So the way we're playing our highwaymen is that we don't ever go to town. We live off the land and off the road. We don't rob banks. We rob for food, medicine, supplies, things we want, horses, and we live a freer life, the lifestyle we like, underneath the stars and stuff like that. We don't really, we're not really bound to the laws of the government, even though we are. We're harder to catch and punish for it. We go after food transports, trains on occasion. We love wagons, you know. We hold people hostage and ransom for supplies. We set up traps on the road. But you won't ever see us at a saloon in Saint Denis. You won't ever see us at a saloon in Rhodes. Dirty, muddy, grimy men of the road. I would love to play someone who sacrifices to the Blood Witch again. Oh yeah, let me get somewhere. So there's a lot to explain, but I can explain it from my perspective, what I've seen so far. It does have its ups and downs. my perspective of it right now is that this server, from what I understood, from what I've heard, it was kind of like a quantity. It was like a quantity over quality for a bit to get started. But the focus for the server in the beginning was really much on the civ aspect of things and making the systems for it. When I joined the server, it seemed like they were well into changing it from quantity to quality of roleplay. They've definitely have pulled a lot of role players from Wild RP and other servers that are have a lot of quality people, because the server has a lot more to offer mod-wise, uniqueness. You can build camps and stuff. A lot of things that can really facilitate RP really well. Sorry, 1 second. I don't mind you asking too many questions. It's never an issue. I'm the kind of person, if I have an issue with something, I'm very direct about it, and I'll tell you. So don't you worry. So far, I'd say my experience with the server, RP wise, is like, I'd say 80% positive, 20% like RP could be better in some situations. Like we've had some issues. I'm not going to go in detail on them because they've resolved in tickets now. That wasn't the greatest, but we worked through it. There's been a few people I've robbed who were very, I felt, OCly angry as well as in character, maybe. They were not very interactive with us. There's a few people like that. One guy straight up tried to shoot me while I was taking him hostage when he was outnumbered, which is no value for life. But it didn't work out for him. He got shot down instead, so I let it be. Ryder has not bathed in months. The water's fucking cold. He has gone in the water a few times when it wasn't freezing. A lot of people have been showing fear pretty well. I think staff is pretty decent. I think they'd rather clarify and understand before making rash decisions like a ban. Very easy to talk to. I do feel like in some ways I'm somebody who likes minimal rules in RP, but there seems to be like a slight motto of RP over rule play, because it's encouraged, it fits the story and it's good. You should keep the story going well, but still don't break like major rules. I think there's a lot of good rules. I feel like some rules are kind of silly, but you still got to follow them. And that's how I end up feeling that way about a lot of servers I join. I have a kind of a different motto. I've played on a lot of absolutely amazing servers. So I have like a lot of experience in seeing good and bad rules throughout like 12 plus years of roleplay now on these kind of games like Red Dead, DayZ, GTA, Space Engineers, Reign of Kings, list goes on. Project Zomboid. But yeah, I think like I said, 80% positive experiences, good storytelling, a lot of people, and then like 80% and then 20% like not the greatest, but not like something that was to me abysmal where I wanted to quit. Like nobody just straight up down to me for no good reason, or at least they failed to. Only one person's tried. What was I going to say? There's a few people who don't roleplay fear very well. It could be just their character, or even then it's just kind of like, hey, you're really, really outnumbered and you're still really, really mouthy, The Ryders trying to impress upon them the seriousness of it. And sometimes I let it go. And that's like kind of me out of character doing that. But I need to OCly be more on it. I've roleplayed on a bunch of Red Dead servers. I've roleplayed on 5 different Red Dead servers. I've roleplayed on like 3 different GTA servers. Or was it 4? I've roleplayed on tons of DayZ servers. I don't lose count. Probably like 10 plus different kinds of DayZ stuff. Roleplayed on 1 16-year server. I played on 2 different Project Zomboid servers. I think I did Conan Exile. Yeah, I did Conan Exiles once a long time ago. I don't do that again, but I have to find a server where it's all mics. I hate when people just do only text RP. I don't like that. Those are fun to play. I like playing all kinds of characters. I like silly characters. I like serious outlaws. I like, well-meaning, good-driven people. But the thing I always enjoy the most is those heart-wrenching moments of loss or recovery or like coming together. Like there's so much. I've had so many moments in RP that's made me like shaky in my voice and teary-eyed and stuff like that. Dirty Mac! Thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We get a lot of follows today. I really appreciate all the new people coming in. Hell yeah. I feel like I like taking on the role of a good villain because I like to give something for people to come across. I like playing civilians and good people too, but I also like having my own good villain against me. And I don't always get a good villain against my characters. So I always have to like be like, oh, well, I'll play a villain. Because then at least I can keep doing things. In a way, that's how I kind of play all my characters. It's like I see myself as kind of a quest giver. But also you can get a lot out of me too. But another thing too is it's the mentality of win good, lose good is like something that I like to talk about. Is like when you are losing an RP, you can't always win in your story. You people are like, this is an interactive story. You're not the main character. You're a character in this world. And depending on how well you play your characters, how well you can do things. Like not RP is really not given. It's earned for like good story beats. And like an example of I see people make mistakes a lot, especially on like servers that aren't as good, is they want to come in and be like, I'm a millionaire off the back. I'm role playing as a millionaire, even though I don't have the assets. I'm gonna role play as a fancy, rich, hoity-toity guy, or I'm gonna role play as this big bad mobster who just came in and has not earned the reputation of who he wants to be yet from anyone in the world. So nobody takes him seriously, or they run him down because like he was too big-headed. For me, it's like playing an outlaw like Ryder. He is a challenge character. The fact that I have not gone to fucking prison yet on this character and how much I've done, his time's coming. And I look forward to giving a really good scene of being hella pissed in character, not OCly, and thrashing about, being taken in by law, spitting in their faces and talking crap while also dropping story plot points in between it. And then him getting humbled by a few punches in the gut, stuff like that. And like role playing out those emotions really well. But the reputation Ryder has right now, he's really earned. The boys in his gang have really earned this reputation they have right now as highwaymen. Sometimes I like to play one, but he has to. Like, I have to get him there first. I have a character named Frank Brower, and Frank Brower, what he does is he likes making moving pictures, and he loves directing them. And I role play them. I role play the acting out, and I'll record all of it in first person, like I'm using one of those like old timey camera things, and then like sell tickets until he finally becomes rich and get hoity-toity with him. He was a fun character to play. I do want to bring him here because I think the server with the being able to put down items and put down tents and show all your items on the ground and stuff. I'll show you something cool. You can rotate it and stuff. My gun there. And I'll come back if it's been sitting there for like 2 weeks and no one picked it up. It'll be here 2 weeks later. Part of the world. I would love to play Frank Brower again. He's just a lot of effort, and if I played him, I think I would really need a lot of help from a lot of people to help me bring him to life. He was really hard to solo in, so I would have to like get someone to play like Frank's like he helped set up the tent, like his like one of his like Frank's like civilian lackeys essentially. I roleplayed acting as Scrooge in a play of Christmas Carol last time I was on Red End. Hell, that's fucking sick, dude. Yeah, the videos, I made like black and white videos of like text prompts that would pop up. You know, explaining what the characters are doing, like the old, very old timey ways of doing it. And I told a love story, did like an action thing, I did a comedy in the old styles. I did a documentary. Right here's one of my little camps. This is one of the little tents I've set up here. I'm surprised I haven't heard signs of anyone riding by. I've been listening with my earbuds, and it's probably an NPC because they run faster when it's bad weather. It's just technically rain right now, as they see it. But honestly, not seeing people on the road has been really immersive for winter. Hey, Lucky, a promoter, yeah, like a stagehand, someone to carry his boxes that, you know, he's like, what did I even pay you for, good man? You know? A butler. We do Frank's voice. I've done his voice wrong. Pleasure to meet you. My name's Frank Brower, and I run the moving pictures here in St. Denis. I hope you are excited to have your mind expanded in ways you've never have understood or seen before. Now, I'll tell you, when you're watching one of my films and you see a train coming towards you, do not reel. It is a thing of science. It is not real. It cannot harm you. So please do not run in fear out of my theater thinking a train is about to come on through that screen and hit you. It is a projection from a little image. There's science behind it. But I know most of you folks will not understand good science, even if it hits you in the face. But trust my word on it. I tell you true. And he's also very fearful. So when he sees ne'er-do-wells, he goes, God, Lord, please spare me, ne'er-do-wells. I do not wish to die here on the road. I have too much to live for. He's just like that. I love Frank Brower. He's a fun character to play. We're here to tell a story. Win good, lose good, role play in amazing, fantastical ways. Oh, towns, by the way, have a lot of population. Server has 240 slots. There's often a queue. Population is high. Right now, I'm not seeing very many people, but like people have learned the heartlands and the roads in between are dangerous. So folks have been more careful about travel in these locations of late. And since I live out in the wilderness, I don't always see players, but it gives me time to yap at you guys and talk. Squatch Vader, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Dude, we're getting a lot of follows today. Hell yeah. Another NPC. Wild horses. Oh yeah, there's been times the road was so busy that, like, Ryder got nervous on how many people kept riding by, seeing a robbery in action. He has to tell them right off. And then there's times it's just quiet like this, but it feels more immersive for winter when there's not as many people out on the road. I think a lot of people are taking winter a little serious. and they're like staying indoors more by the fire. Farms do not produce any food. Farms that produce like plants do not produce any food during this time as well. So there is a limit on vegetables and produce and stuff during winter on the server. All right. I'm thinking about getting off early, guys. Spend some time with my family. Not a lot going on, and I would love to keep pushing, but I think I ought to send the raid to somebody else on Twitch who's a little more active with what's going on around these parts. This is our old fire. I think we left it here. There's a bunch of little features and stuff for like how guns work. I don't know all of them off the top of my head. Like reloading, if you mess up your reload middle combat, you get less bullets in your gun. You might put 2 or 3 in instead of like all the ones you wanted. I do have a thirst bar and a hunger bar. I feel like it's got a very good pace of it. It's not running too quick or too slow. I feel like it makes it feel realistic. You can play for like an hour straight and not worry about eating right away, but then it sneaks up on you. Honestly, it's fun to role play out having dinner, breakfast, and lunch with your people. No, get on supper ready now, would you? We go through our food so fast in our group. Well, we'll give people a reason to be worried about starving because we like to steal food. We're outlaws. Horses. 3 riders. Could be law. Trying to get to another area to rob around. Gotta be careful though, because this is kind of a main road. Burko Burko, thank you, man. I appreciate you hung out and chatted a lot, and it was good talking to you and meeting you. Hopefully see you around more. If you're ever looking for good content to watch too, make sure you check out the YouTube channel. I think we're gonna go host somebody, guys. I am really just not seeing anybody out and about, so, and I kind of want to. I streamed for a good solid 3 hours, so I feel like for how slow it is, I'll go and do some other things around the house, but we'll go find someone to host and raid in the meanwhile. We'll see if we come across anyone that we have raided in the past. We're gonna end YouTube.